Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to new lesson in SAT, data analysis and probability. Data analysis and problem solving is divided into three major parts. First part is statistics, second part is the data analysis, and the third part is the probability. Let's start with the statistics. And in statistics, we are going to study only the mean, median, mode, and range. Mean, median, mode, and range. Generally, they hold central tendency. And central tendency is about studying the average of some value or some data. This data can be represented by some values. This data can be represented by a table or a graph. First, we need to understand how to find the mean. And I'm sure that all of you know that the mean is equal sum of the values divided number of the values. Sum of the values divided number of the values. This is for the mean, okay? And if I wanted to find the sum of the values, and this one is very important rule, if I wanted to find sum of the values is equal the mean multiply number of the values. And I'm going to explain this during while we are solving the examples. Then median is the set of data in the middle number, the middle value. And we have two set of values here, 3, 7, 8, 10, and 14. They consist of 5 values. And we have another set, 3, 7, 10, and 14. They consist of 4 values. So this set of 5 values, but this set of 4 values. In case of its 5 values, we cancel the first 2, so the number in the middle represented the median. So the median here is equal to 8. But if it's 4 values and you wanted to find the median, first you should arrange. And as we can see, the values here are arranged. 3, 7, 10, and 14. Number in the middle between 7 and 10 after cancel 14 and 3 is 7 plus 10 divided by 2, which is equal 8.5. So if the number is odd, I'm taking the number in the middle. But if the number of the values is even, I'm adding the 2 values in the middle and divided by 2. And don't forget, in the median, it's very important to arrange first. Then we have the mode. And the mode is the most repeated values. Most repeated values. If I have 3, 7, 8, 10, and 14, there is no mode. Why? No values are repeated. In the second example, I have double 7 and I have double 19. So the mode here is 7 and 19. Again, mode is the most repeated value or the most repeated data value in the given values. If there is no mode, it means that no number was repeated more than once. If there is 2 numbers that repeated twice, we say that both of them represent the mode. Finally, we have the range. And range is the difference between greatest value and smallest value. Difference between greatest value and smallest value. These what you need to know about the mean, median, mode, and range. Let's go to example 1. Find the mean, median, mode, and range. And let me tell you that in SAT, all the questions of the data analysis is come in section 4. So in all the questions, you are allowed to use calculator. You are allowed to use your calculator. Find the mean, median, mode, and range of the data 132, 149, 152, 164, 164, and 175. As we can see, it's already arranged. Let's start with the mean. Mean is the sum of the values divided number of them. I have how many values? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values. So the number of the values are 6. Then I'm going to add them. 132, 149, 152, 164, 64, 75 is 936. Divided by 6 value is 156. So the average mean of these values is 156. Now let's go to the median. It's arranged by cancel 132 and 175, 149 and 164. I will find 2 numbers in the middle. By adding them divided by 2, I have the value of the median. Adding them divided by 2, it's the number in the middle between 152 and 164, which is 158. It's not necessary that the median and the mode will be equal. It's not necessary for both of them to be equal. They are equal only in one case if they are represented or the data represented by some consecutive values. Then let's go to the mode, and it's clear for us that the mode is 164 as it's repeated twice. Then I have the range greatest value minus smallest value. And as we can see that the range is equal to 43. As we can see, the range is equal to 43. Example 2. In a geometry class of 15 boys and 12 girls, the average, which is the mean of the test score, was 81. This is the average for all the students. If the average score of the 15 boys is 83, what is the average of the 12 girls? So I have the average for the whole class, which consists of 27 students. 15 of them are boys, 12 of them are girls. And I have the average of the first 15 boys. I wanted to find the average of the 12 girls. Let X be the average of the 12 girls. And I wanted to calculate the mean. Mean is sum of the values. Mean is equal sum of the values divided number of values. Sum of the values is 15 boy, and the average of each one of them is 83. And 12 girl, the average between them is X. Divided by the total number of the students, which is 27, is equal to 81. Now, I need to rewrite this equation and solve it. First, I'm going to start by multiplying 27 by 81. And 27 multiplied 81 is equal to 1,245. Sorry, 15 times 83 is 1,245. And 81 by 27 is 2,187. Move this to the other side by negative, and then divide it both by 12. I will figure out that the average of the girls is 78. Another method of solving this question. I note that the mean, as we said, is equal sum of the values divided number of them. So I wanted to find the sum, and the number of them is 27. And the mean is 81. So the sum is equal 81 by 27. So the sum is 2,187. From where I figured out the sum? From 15 boy multiplied by 83 and 12 girls multiplied by X. So I can write it as this. I'm moving this to other side negative. So 12X is equal to 142 divided both by 12. So the value of X is 78.5. It's very important to understand how to find the sum of the values. Sum of the values in case of the given is the mean. Now we are going to study some definitions of the some solutions by using the mean, median, and mode and range, but not for some data. For some data that represented by a table. And not some separate data 1, 2, 3, 4, or as we have studied in the last example, but I have a data here. I have Peter who got 19, Rita who got 8, Joan who got 9, Isabel who got 7, and Ming who got 2. The table above shows the number of magazines purchased by a group of students during the month of July. What is the average number of magazines? So first, I need to add them first. So I'm going to add 19 and 8 and 9 and 7 and 2 and divide it by the number of people who bought the magazines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So it's 10 and 9 and 9, 28. So 38, 28 and 35. And 35 divided by 5. No, I need to calculate it. So the sum is 45, and 45 divided by 5 is equal to 9. So notice that we add the number of the magazines, but we divide it by the number of people who purchased it, which is equal to 5. Second example. Given that I have the values 17, 44, 19, 29, 40, 23, 11, 49, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 values, and I wanted to find the median, so I'm going to arrange them first. So it's 11, 17, 19, 23, 29, 40, 44, 49. If I cancel one from the right and one from the left, and they are 9 values, so the remainder will be 1 value in the middle. So as we can see that the middle value is 23. So the median is equal to 23. Let's go to the third example. I have the values 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And lucky me, they are arranged. So 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 11. And I wanted to find the median. If I cancel one from the right, one from the left, one from the right, one from the left, I have 2 values in the middle. So the median in this case is the average of these 2 values. So 5 plus 7 over 2, which is equal to 6. So the right answer is 6. Question number 4. John, the mayor of Black Rock, New Jersey, is counting the number of restaurants that have opened in his town per month for the last 7 months. He combined the 7 numbers into set F, which contains the elements 4, 5, 11, 13, 16, 18, and X. If both median and average, which is the mean, arithmetic mean, is equal to 11. So since I have 7 values and I have mean, which is equal to 11, so I know that the sum of the values should equal 7 by 11, which is equal to 77. So 4 plus 5 plus 11 plus 13 plus 16 plus 18 plus x should equal to 77. So x is equal 77 minus the sum of all of these values. What is the sum of all of these values? Let's use calculator. It's 4 plus 5 plus 11 plus 13 plus 16 plus 18 equal to 67. So 77 minus 67 is equal to 10. So the number of the restaurants open X should be 10. If you are going to use the median method, you are going to write 4, 5, and you don't know. I have 13, 16, and 18 here, and the number in the middle is 11. Okay, and I have X. X lies on the left side. Those 3 numbers to the left and 3 numbers to the right. But you are not sure out of the value of X, is it 11? Is it 9? Could be 10, could be 7. So that's why I directly use the mean to find the sum of the values. Question number 5. If 4a is equal twice b is equal to c, what is the average arithmetic mean of a, b, and c in terms of? First, I know that 4a is equal twice b. So by dividing both by 2, so b is equal to twice a. So I figure out b in terms of a. And we know that 4a is equal to c. So already I have c in terms of a. So what the average? Average is a plus b plus c over 3. A is a. B is equal to 2a in terms of a. C is equal to 4a divided by 3. Average of 3 numbers is the sum of the 3 values divided by 3. So it's 7a divided by 3. So the right answer is C. If A is the mean and B is the median of 9 consecutive integers, and I mean by consecutives, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just right after each other. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on. For any consecutive values, even or odd, the value of the mean is equal to the value of the median. For any consecutive integers, value of the mean is equal value of the median. So the absolute value, the positive value between the difference between them should give me 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are 9 consecutive integers. If I cancel these with that, I will find that the median is 5. If I add them all and I divide it by 9, if I add them, it will give me 45. And 45 over 9, it gives me 5. So the mean is equal to the median, which is equal to 5. And this is for any consecutive integers, 9 of them or 7 of them. I usually going to be giving you an odd number of values. Question number 1 here, or the second part of understanding the mean, median, and mode and range, is about how we can figure out the mean, median, mode, and range from table of data, not some values. As we can see here, let's understand this table first. A psychologist chose 300 students, so the total here is equal to 300, and ask how many siblings do they have. I have here 120 students who have 0 siblings. And I have 80 students who have just 1 sibling. And I have 60 students who have just 2 siblings. 30 students who have 3. 10 students who have 4. Total of the students here is 300, but the total of siblings is totally different. It's more than 300. So we are going to understand how to find the mean, median, mode, and range of some data that are represented by a frequency table. First, let's start by the median. If I have 300 students at the front of me, and I wanted to find the order of the median. What is order of the median? The number of the students who stand in the middle, so I can ask him about how many siblings do you have. So it's a 300 plus 1. I add 1 to the number of the students divided by 2. It gives me 150.5. So I'm going to the students number 150 and 151. So I will go to the students number 150. As we can see here, the first 120 students, all of them, they got 0 siblings. 120 plus 80 is 200. So between 100 and 200, I have the value of 150 students. So I will go to the students number 150, which lies here, and ask him how many siblings do he have, and it's clear that he have 1 sibling. So the median is 1. Again, if I have 300 students stand at the front of me, and I wanted to know what is the median, not the median of them, because I know the median of them, the students number 150 and 151. I will go to the median of them and ask him, how many siblings do you have? If he said 0 or 1 or 2, this is the median value. So the 150 is in the middle. I went to him. I asked him, how many siblings do they have? He said 1. How I did that? Because the first 120 and then 80. So the students number 150 lies in the middle between 120 and 80 here. So it has 1 sibling. This is how to find the median. Regarding the second example here, I need to figure out what is the value of the average mean. What is the value of the average mean? To find the average mean, is the sum of the values divided by the number of them. I have how many siblings here? 120 students, and they have 0 siblings, so I have 0. And then I have 80 students, each student have 1. So 80 by 1, because I have 80 siblings. Then 60 by 2, 30 by 3, 10 by 4. And the number of students is 300. So by using my calculator, it's 120 plus, sorry, it's 0. plus 80 plus 120 plus 90 plus 40 divided by 300. So it's 40 plus 90 plus 120 plus 80, which is equal to 330 divided by 300. It's 1.1. So the average mean or the mean is 1.1. This is how to find the average mean from a data of a frequency table. Third part is how to find the model. And model here is the same as the word mode, but we use model for the table. So what is the most number of students of siblings the students have? As we can see, it's 0. Why? Because 0 is repeated 120 times. 120 times. So we should understand how to find that mean, median, mode, and range from some values, and we should understand how to find mean, median, mode, and range from values of a frequency table, as you can see at the front of you. If I'm looking for that range here, it's the greatest value of number of siblings, which is 4, minus the smallest number of siblings, which is 0, so it's equal to 4 siblings. This is the range. This is the range. Now we are going to start the third part of how to find the mean, median, mode, and range of a graph of data. And the graph at the front of you, I have shown the frequency distribution of the speed limits of the road in a certain country. What is the average mean? Speed of 25, I have 4 cars is driving with speed 25. And then speed with 30, I have 6 cars. Speed of 40, I have 5 cars. Speed of 50, I have 8 cars. Speed of 60, I have 5 cars. And finally, speed of 70, I have 2 cars. So if you wanted to change it into table, the table is at the front of you. 25 is repeated 4 times. 30 is repeated 6 times. 40 is repeated 5 times. So if you wanted to find the mean, directly what you are doing is multiply 25 by 4, and then multiply 30 by 6, and then multiply 40 by 5, and then 50 by 8, 5 by 60, and 2 by 70. And add the values of the number of the car and use your calculator. So up in the numerator, I'm going to write 4 by 25, 3 by 60, 4 by 40 by 5, 50 by 8, 5 by 60, 2 by 70. And down, I'm going to add 4 plus 6, 5 plus 8, 5 plus 2. And the answer is 35. So by using calculator, it's equal to 44. So the average is 44. Let's go to the second example and how we can find the median of the list of the following frequency. I have 25 cars with speed 4 and 30 cars with speed 6, 40 cars with speed 5, 50 cars with speed 8, 60 cars with speed 5, and 70 cars with speed 2. So how many cars do I have? 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 2, which is equal 10, and 20, which is equal 30 cars. So if I have at the front of me 30 cars and I want to find the median speed of it, I will find first order of the median. So actually I'm looking for the car number 15. Order of the median here approximately 15. It's supposed to be 15 and 16. It's the 15th car, or it's the 15th and 16th car. Why? Because 30 cars plus 1 divided by 2, because it's an even number, is 15.5. So I go to the car number 15 and the car number 16. Here is, I have the first 4 cars. and 6, so I have the first 10 cars, and 5, so I have the first 15 cars, and 8, I have the first 23 cars. So the number of the median is here. So the number of the median between the speed of 40 and the speed of 50. So the number of the median is 45. Example 4, how I can find the mode of this frequency table graph at the front of you. As we can see that the most repeated value is 8 with the speed what? With speed 50. So the mode is the most repeated value. Let me write it for you. Most repeated speed here or value, and because 50 is repeated 8 times. Now, I have example 5 for a graph. The histogram above showed the number of hours slept for the previous night by a group of teenagers. Based on the histogram, what is the average number of hours? Average here, it means that I'm looking for the mean number of hours this student slept. So if I wanted to find the mean, first I'm going to write the value in each column. This is meant to make it easier. So I have here 2, I have here 3, look, 3. I have here 8, I have here 6, I have here 5, I have here 1. So you may write 9 by 1 is 9, 8 by 5 is 40, 7 by 6 is 42. Of course, you can use calculator. 6 by 8 is 48, 5 by 3 is 15, 4 by 2 is 8. Then all what you have to do is to add the above numbers. Divided the number inside the columns. So it's equal to 8 plus 15 plus 48 plus 42 plus 40 plus 9 divided by 2 plus 3 plus 8 plus 6 plus 5 plus 9. It's equal to 4.9. To the nearest hundredth, 4.91. Sorry for that, I add this one. It's supposed to be 1, not 9. So the answer or the right answer is 6.48 to the nearest 2 places. Even teacher doing mistakes. Seems that I become old. Allah musta'an. Another example. The graph above shows the frequency distribution of a list of randomly generated integers between 0 and 10. What is the mean? So directly 0, here is 1, 1, 1, 3, 2, because this value is 2. Height, so I find the height of the histogram, the bar. 1, 1, 1, 1. So 0 by 1 is 0, 1 by 1 is 1, 2, 9, 8, 6, 7, 8, and 10. So the mean is equal 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 9 plus 8 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10 divided by 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 10 values. So the numerator gives me 51, the denominator gives me 12, and 51 divided by 12 is 4.25. So the right answer is C. Another example. It says that in this one, the graph above shows the students' participation for schools club. Each student is allowed to participate only in one club. If the school has 250 students, how many students are not in the club? So here I'm not going to find the mean. Here I'm not going to find the median. Here just a question about the data and how we represent the data. Okay, how many students are there in the database? There are 20. So the height is 20. How many students are there in the student council? 70. How many students there are in the orchestra? 90. In the core, 40. So 20 plus 70 plus 90 plus 40, which is equal to 20 plus 70 plus 90 plus 40, equal to 220. And the total number of the students is 250. So 250 minus 220 is equal to 30 students. Equal to what? 30 students. So here I didn't ask about the mean or median. I asked about, do you understand the following representing data or not? Another example. The figure above shows the average annual gas price in the United States from 2003 till 2030. Based on the information showing which of the following is conclusion is valid. Okay, is the gallon of gas cost more in 2008 than the gas in 2013? In 2008, we're having 3.5 is the price per liter, and 2013 is higher. So I don't think. So the first one is wrong. The price more than doubled between 2003 and 2016. The price in 2003 was about 2.25, and the price in 2013 is about 3.50. I don't think 3.50 is double 2.25. So here I'm interrupting the data. I'm reading the data well and decide which one is the right answer. The drop in price from 2008 to 2009, there is a drop happened. The price here was about 3.4, let's say, and the price here is about 2.4. Was more than $1. This, I think, approximately the right answer. The overall change in price was greater between 2003 and 2008 than it was between 2008 to 2013. From 2003 to 2008, the price increased from 2.25 to 3.4, which is approximately 1.50. But the price from 2008 to 2013, it's increased from 3.4 to 3.5. Yes, I totally agree that the greatest change was in D. So why I'm not going to go with C? Because I'm not sure from the value, is it increased one or exactly $1? So one of the students just informed me that the value at 2009 is approximately 2.9, not 2.4. So this value cannot be or approximately 1. It's from 3.4 to 2.9. Okay, so I'm sure, or we are sure now that the right answer is D. Example 8. The line graph above showed the monthly rainfall from March to October last year in Chinston City. According to the graph, what was the greater change? And the greater change here, I mean the greatest slope, since it's a graph represented by a straight line or line graph. So we are looking for the greatest slope change in absolute value. And I mean by absolute value here, increasing or decreased. Increased or decreased. So even if it's increased or decreased, but it's not clearly that the greatest change was here from September to October. At September, the value was 5. And in October, the value is 2.5. So from 5 to 2.5, the change is 2.5 inches. Here it's changing from 4 to 3.5, which is half. Here, something else you can consider that the difference between any two lines is 0.5, right? So this one, only one line. This one is 3 lines, but this one is 5 lines. So the change here is 2.5.